All right, so again, there's my audience. So, in 20 May 1954, retired General and at the time current President Dwight D. Eisenhower was talking to the Committee of Economic Development. He stated, "We do not keep security establishments merely to defend property or territory or rights abroad or at sea. We keep the security forces to defend a way of life." I'm here as one of those members of that security force that defends that way of life to basically try to persuade you to join that security force. All right. Joining that security force, going to get you one of these things right here. It's my ID card that basically identifies me as a member of the United States Army. All right. Joining the Army is one of the most honorable and patriotic things that you can do. And it also has three major personal benefits that also would obviously benefit you. Those three things would be job security, education, and the ability to travel the world. So when you first start talking off about job security, out there in the civilian world, you really have to worry about having a job on a day-to-day basis. You go out there and can start working for, US Bank or something like that, or some big motor company or some gigantic company and think, hey, I'm good for the rest of my life. Nothing's ever going to happen here. But those businesses fail. As we saw a few years ago, GM Motors looking for bailouts from the government and everything else, and they had to fire all these different people. Those are all possibilities. Well, there's one thing you can essentially guarantee in life. The Army ain't going nowhere. The U.S. government is always going to have some kind of military presence. So right there is job security, right? You're never going to get laid off. At least if you don't, go out and cause trouble and, rob a bank or something, then we're going to kick you out of the Army then. But along with that, you're guaranteed a paycheck every 1st and 15th. All right, you're going to have somewhere to live. You're going to have food on your table. You're going to be able to provide for you and your family. The U.S. Army will ensure that. Not only are you going to have a secure job, but it is also very easy for you to continue on with your education. The Army allows this by having two separate things to go to provide that education. One is going to be the post 9/11 GI Bill, and the second one is going to be tuition assistance. All right, with that post 9/11 GI Bill, it is a move over or a carryover from the old Montgomery GI Bill. In your first year of military service, you're going to invest like $100 into the GI Bill. And at the end of that year, and as you get done with your military service, they're going to convert that over into thousands of dollars to pay towards your college education. You can actually use that for your tuition or books or housing and things along those lines. And then the Army also has what's called tuition assistance, which is exactly what it sounds like. They're essentially going to pay your tuition for you. You're getting a free education. The drawback with that is that the only money you would have to pay is for your books. But again, with that, you can then use that post 9/11 GI Bill there as well. So now, while working towards that education, that higher education, that degree that you want to get, you can do so from essentially anywhere in the world. So that takes me over to talking about travel, right? In 15 and a half years of military service, I've lived in 6 different countries and 6 different states here in the United States. I've lived in places from Germany to Korea, Iraq, Honduras, even down in Latin America, and Kuwait. Stateside, I've been in places as far as North Carolina, Texas, Oklahoma, and even down here in Georgia. All right, so obviously there is a very wide range of places you can go. And in doing my research for this speech, I found on globalresearch.org that the U.S. military has bases in over 63 different countries. So yet again, that just really lets you know you can go just about anywhere. And while you're in most of these places, you can travel around those countries as well. So while you're in Germany, you can go to Italy or go to Paris or to France and go, anywhere around Europe, things along those lines. Okay. So as you can see, the U.S. Army has a ton of benefits, 3 of which I just named towards you serving. So in conclusion, go find your nearest recruiter as quickly as you can and join the military, join the U.S. Army, so you could take advantage of those personal benefits. Again, including job security, continuing your education, and then being able to travel the world. So once more, in closing, President Kennedy once said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And I'm here to tell you right now, the best thing that you could do for your country is go out and find that recruiter and enlist today. Thank you.